What's up, everybody? So the Suns just released their Summer League roster. I legit was wondering this week when they were going to drop this roster. It felt like every other team was announcing it but the Suns. And in my head, I was already coming up with a conspiracy. I said in my last video, but I was like, what if the Suns haven't released the Summer League roster just because Kobe Bryant hasn't re-signed yet? And then they posted it the day that I dropped that video. And there he is. There's Kobe Bryant. So they released the whole Summer League roster. Our boy Malawatch, Fleming, Kobe Bria, and Kobe Pete are all on it. So I'm really excited to see how our Summer League roster is going to play. I love Summer League, guys. It's like one of my favorite times of the year just because like it's all about experience for our young players. Like it doesn't matter if they win or lose these games. By the end of the day, I just want to see what these players do with the opportunities that they get. Like I'm really excited to see what year 2 Malawatch, year 2 Fleming, year 2 Kobe Bryant does with the minutes that they get for this Summer League game that's coming up on Friday. I forget who they're playing against. Let me see real quick. Yeah, so on Friday they play Portland like at 8 p.m. But the confusing thing about the Suns announcing this roster for the Summer League is that Kobe Bryant is listed on there, right guys? But I haven't seen any announcement out there that Kobe Bryant is coming back to the Suns on a two-way contract. Like, I'm surprised that he's listed on the roster and nobody has announced that he's on a two-way contract yet. Like, I know the Suns put out a qualifying offer for a two-way contract to Kobe Bryant, so he's a restricted free agent. But I'm really surprised nobody has said, like, oh, Kobe Bryant's coming back. Like, I have not seen anybody say that. Like, I would think Dwayne Rankum would announce it or Gamble would announce it. But I think Gamble right now is on vacation, so who knows what's going on with all that. So I think the starting five for the Summer League roster is probably going to be Sam Hoiberg at the 1, Kobe Pete at the 3, Kobe Bryant at the 2, Fleming at the 4, Malwich at the 5. If you don't know who Sam Hoiberg is, he's a guy from Nebraska that's a pretty solid point guard. He's a good leader. He's a good defender even though he's undersized, and he's a good passer. He had a great assist to turnover ratio in college. So I expect him to be a pretty solid point guard for the Suns Summer League team. Like, I think he's going to be way better than the Suns' past Summer League point guards that they've had in the past. Because in the past, the Suns' point guards in Summer League have been terrible. I was kind of surprised that DeMar Carroll wasn't going to be the coach for the Summer League roster. I think they put down... So the Suns Summer League coach is going to be Chasen Allen. I don't know who that is. Maybe he's probably like an assistant coach for the Suns, I think. So I looked into it after the live, and I was pretty surprised to see that Chasen Allen has been an assistant coach for the Suns since Coach Bud. I did not know that at all. Let me see if there's anybody else interesting in the Suns Summer League roster. Corey Camper Jr. is another guy that I've been looking into because Corey Camper Jr. and Sam Hoiberg both got signed to Exhibit 10 contracts, and I just looked into them. Corey Camper Jr. is basically, when you see him, just think of him as a Jordan Goodwin type of guy. He's a very 3-and-D type of guard, combo guard. And then Sam Hoiberg is just a solid point guard from college. Oh yeah, I forgot. CJ Huntley's also going to be on this roster. That's interesting. He's probably going to be the backup 5, most likely. You know, CJ Huntley had a pretty good season in the G League, guys. Every time I watched the Valley Suns games, I always came out surprised how good CJ Huntley was. It felt like, I don't know, it just felt like he was always dominating. Like he would just get buckets, dunk hard, and just play with energy. So after the Suns released their Summer League roster, I did see that some people were kind of upset that Ryan Dunn wasn't on the roster. And low-key, I'm kind of surprised. I did not know Ryan Dunn's reputation with Suns fans was that down bad. I thought everybody was kind of okay with this sophomore year. Like, I know he was disappointing. I'm like one of those people that say he had a disappointing season, but I don't think he had such a bad season that he has to go back to Summer League. Like, I thought he had good moments on the Suns team. Like the beginning of this season, the first 10 games, 15 games, something like that, I thought he was pretty good. Like, he was playing amazing for the Suns. He was playing with energy, getting rebounds. So I'm pretty surprised that people are that down bad on Ryan Dunn. Like yeah, he had a disappointing season, but I thought he was at least okay. Like, I wouldn't say he was that bad. But yeah, I just want to talk about the Summer League roster real quick. Porter said, also, should the Suns trade Dunn to get another role player? I'm one of those people that think Ryan Dunn deserves at least another year for the Suns. If he doesn't work out this year, then I do think it's time to say goodbye to Ryan Dunn, because it sounds like there was other teams out there that were willing to give up stuff for Ryan Dunn. So if it comes to the trade deadline and Ryan Dunn isn't part of the Suns' future, I can see the Suns trading him for like some draft capital, maybe 2 second-round picks or 1 second-round pick and 1 vet min player or something like that. Benny said, should the Suns try to put Green at the point guard? I saw some people recommend that, and I just don't think that makes sense at all. Like, Jalen Green does not have the best assist to turnover ratio. Like, he's a below average passer. So if you're giving him the point guard duties, you have to be ready for him to turn over the ball. Like, I could easily see him have moments like Bradley Beal and Kevin Durant where they just make some bad passes and we just get all frustrated with him. So I definitely wouldn't put Jalen Green at the point guard. Like, I hope if like the Suns do bring back Jalen Green for the next season, I do hope that he makes a playmaking league, because if he does, like, oof, this team is going to be dangerous. Oscar Rivone said, Devin Booker is being held back at the point guard position. We need shooting guard Booker. I agree with you. I just feel like the Suns don't really need a point guard. Something I always say is that I just think the Suns need another playmaker that can create shots for others. And I think that is going to help Devin Booker become his old self. Puro 602AZ brought up a good point. There's no more of a traditional point guard anymore. It's all about making the right plays. You're definitely right. That's why before the Miles Bridges trade, I was talking about the Suns trying to trade for Julius Randle. Like, he's a guy that probably has negative value right now, but would have been a player that the Suns could have got for cheap that could have fit what this Suns team wants in a player. Like, he is a bruiser like Miles Bridges, but he is going to have a hard time getting to the rim. He does pass and he does get rebounds. Like, he does a lot of good stuff. So he would have been a good player for the Suns to get over Miles Bridges. Yeah, Benny, I'm excited to see how Cole plays. I hope in Summer League they give him chances to like basically be, the point forward in Summer League. Like, I hope they let him dribble the ball up the court, make some plays for other players, and just let him go crazy just to see what he can do with the ball in his hands. Like, he's definitely a better ball handler than Fleming at this point, if I had to say. Chewy said, do you think Cam Johnson was a better option instead of Miles? Oof, that's a good question, Chewy. I think I would have preferred Cam Johnson. Yeah, I think Cam is a better three-point shooter than Miles. I would say he's a better defender than Miles, just because Cam has the IQ to like make the smart play. But Cam is a worse rebounder than Miles Bridges, I would say. And Cam showed in Brooklyn that he can create his own shot, but on the Nuggets, I don't think they really let him do that. So maybe he could have done that for the Suns, I feel like. It's tough because I'm one of those people that don't like the Miles Bridges trade, but I do like one thing that Miles Bridges does, and that's attack the rim. Like, I was watching his tape and I just like how he just backs down players, gets to the paint, and like just scores. Like, he makes tough buckets in the paint. And Cam Johnson just really doesn't do that. He's more of a guy that like plays good off the ball, cuts to the rim, hits threes. Like, that's his game. And Miles Bridges and him really aren't similar in that way. Laced by Luck 99 said, I think that fans that say Oso is horrible don't watch the games. I'm not gonna lie, if somebody tells me that Oso is terrible or trash, I automatically know they don't watch enough of Oso. Like, I agree, Oso has terrible moments, but to just say like he's terrible in general is insane. Like, if you didn't live through the years as a Suns fan watching Drew Eubanks and Miles Plumlee be our backup centers, and you're saying Oso is terrible compared to them, I just don't think you know ball at that point. Because Drew Eubanks and Miles Plumlee were so terrible for the Suns. Like, Drew Eubanks was so terrible, like, it felt like the Suns would lose a game if he played 5 or 10 minutes. Like, that's how terrible Drew Eubanks was. And Oso doesn't do that. Like, Oso has won the Suns games. Like, I remember that Suns versus Pacers game where Oso had the highest plus minus. It was like something crazy, like 30 plus. Like, if you see games like that from Oso and still think he's terrible, like, I'm sorry, man. I just don't think you know hoops. Austin Wood said, I feel like you underestimate Jalen Green. Yeah, Jalen Green for me, I love Jalen Green. I probably do underestimate him. I just don't think he can make a playmaking leap on this Suns team. Like, I love his game. I love how he scores. I don't care if he's inefficient. Like, I like how he plays his game. And the Suns do need his play style. But I've just seen too many games of Jalen Green not being able to create shots for others. And that's where my issue kind of runs with Jalen Green. It's like, if he can't create shots for others while shooting tour dates, then how is he going to make his teammates better? Like Devin Booker, like when he has terrible games, at least we know he could get like 10 assists, 8 assists, and still contribute for the Suns to win a game. But I can see, like, I definitely do underestimate Jalen Green. I'm just not confident in him to make that playmaking leap. Laced by Luck said, this team may be the best transition team in the league with Miles and Green. Yeah, that's why I think this team really needs somebody that, like, pushes the pace as a playmaker. Like Devin Booker, as we've seen, he's just not that type of guy to push the pace. Like, he is very much a Chris Paul type of player where he takes his time, like he just dribbles up the court, takes his time, and is just methodical with the way he plays. And the Suns just need somebody that's kind of like a LaMelo Ball where he's just like, okay, I'm gonna go and dribble up the court and just throw the ball to whoever's at the rim. Like, the Suns need somebody that can do that. Arturo said, Malo Watch, I would think will play a lot with Oso at the beginning of the season. Yeah, Arturo, I'm hoping the Suns at least run a Oso at the 4 and Malo at the 5 lineup. Like, that's the best way for everybody to get what they want. Malo Watch can get at least 15 minutes that way. Oso is still on the court with his playmaking and defense and his smart IQ. Like, everybody eats with that lineup. I think I'm gonna make a video soon where I go back and watch that Portland game where the Suns only played Oso and Malwatch for like 2-3 minutes. Like, I just want to go back and see just how impactful those minutes were when those two were on the court. Nate said, thoughts on the JB trade? Could the Suns have gone him if we were patient? That's a tough one, Nate, because it does feel like Matt Ishbia has the players that he favors. Like, it's just weird that he picked Miles Bridges to be the guy that he wants to go trade for. Like, I've been one of those people that don't really care about the Michigan State ties, but at this point, like, it's becoming like a thing that I can't even ignore. Like, I don't understand why he traded this much for Miles Bridges. Like, is it just because of the Michigan State ties? But I do think that the Suns wouldn't have done the Jaylen Brown trade. I feel like if the Suns did trade for Jaylen Brown, they would probably have to give up Jalen Green and Dillon Brooks just to get that trade done with salary and the first round picks. And we already know Matt Ishbia loves Dillon Brooks. So I feel like that would be an easy no for him just for that. But I would have loved Jaylen Brown on this team, guys. It's still crazy that the Celtics accepted a trade offer where they got one of the worst contracts in the league and Paul George and only got 2 first round picks back. Like, these guys were in conversations for Giannis. And somehow, some way, they ended up with Paul George. And it's not like it's 2016, 2018 Paul George, top 3 MVP candidate. No, like, this is 38 years old Paul George on one of the worst contracts in the league. C-Band said, Gillespie had a huge breakout year. Imagine he's even better this year. So with the video I posted today, I talked about how the Suns starting 5 is probably going to be Book at the 1, Green at the 2, Brooks at the 3, Miles Bridges at the 4, Mark Williams at the 5. And with that video, I've been getting a lot of comments saying, why don't we put Gillespie at the 1 and put Jalen Green off the bench? Like, I wouldn't hate that idea. It's just that with these like basketball politics, if a guy makes a lot of money, they just don't put guys that make a lot of money off the bench. Like, we saw that it took the Suns to have a disaster of a season for them to bench Bradley Beal, who wasn't playing impactful minutes for the Suns anymore. So I just don't see Jalen Green coming off the bench for the Suns. And that's why, like, I'm a big fan of trying to trade Jalen Green for another playmaker. Like, it doesn't have to be a point guard. I just think that Jalen Green is like expendable for a playmaker on this team. I do think, I don't know, it's tough to see like how Gillespie can improve his game just because I feel like he's already at his ceiling with the way he plays now, because he's not fast enough to like get to the rim, and like how much can he really improve by shooting threes and hitting jumpers in the midi area? Like, the way he played last year, I think that's his ceiling, guys. I don't know if you guys disagree with me. Like, I hope he makes another leap, but by the end of the day, like, if you don't have that athleticism, it's really hard for these players to improve even more. Like, you have to have the physical tools to like make a big leap. Like, that's why Fleming is such an interesting player, because he has all these physical tools that can make him a Kawhi light type of player. Will Gillespie is just like an undersized guard that's not really fast and doesn't have the physical tools to really like dominate these players. George91 said Jalen Green for 2 first-round picks and Holiday. I would pull the trigger. I feel like Portland wouldn't give up that much just to get Jalen Green. Like, that team is just like is already stacked with guards, guys. Like, they have Jaw, Scoot, Sharp, Dame. Like, why would they want Jalen Green on that team? They had a good player on a 2-way contract, Caleb Love, and I was surprised they didn't re-sign him, because when the Suns played against Portland and they gave minutes to Caleb Love, he had some solid minutes where it felt like, wow, the Suns might lose this game just because Caleb Love is going off on the Suns. But good for the Sixers. They ended up signing him. So that's a really good signing for the Sixers. The Sixers have been doing some good stuff out there, guys. Like, every time I see their name pop up, I'm like, wow, they got Anthony Simons. They got, I forget the number 22 pick's name. It's like Phylon or something like that. That's a good pickup. And then how can I forget? They traded away Paul George and somehow, some way, got Jaylen Brown for 2 first-round picks and 2 second-round picks. That trade is always going to be crazy. Like, after seeing that Jaylen Brown trade, guys, it breaks my heart knowing that the Suns gave up an unprotected 2033 first-round pick for Miles Bridges. They could have put that pick in a deal for Jaylen Brown. Like, that would have made our team way better. Can you guys imagine that? Like, I don't know what the salaries would be to get that trade done. Maybe Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks and 2 first-round picks for Jaylen Brown. Like, I would do that, guys. Jaylen Brown is good. I don't care what analytics say. Like, he carried that Celtics team to a top 2 seed in the East. That's it for me, guys. Shout out to you guys for watching this video to the end. I really appreciate it. I wouldn't be doing these videos if it wasn't for your support. Go ahead and sub to the YouTube channel, share this video, comment down below. You can also listen to these videos on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So shout out to you guys. Bye.